Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's edition of A Slice of History with the Butterfly Princess. This week, I'm reading you an article that's been written by a journalist called Kavita Puri. Now, she is a journalist and broadcaster for BBC Radio 4, and this article that is entitled How an Artificial Hill in Berlin Played a Key Role in the Cold War. This book tells the story of Germany's recent past and of global power. Now, this article was published in the Christmas 2024 edition of the BBC History magazine. Right, so here goes. If you hike through Berlin's Grillen Forest, once the hunting ground of German emperors in its northeastern corner, you can climb a hill that offers arguably the best views of the city. This spot also tells a story of Germany's recent past and of global power. One story, one that begins with the hill, which is not an actual feature. In 1937, construction began here on the new Nazi Technical College to focus on military science, designed by Albert Speer, which was one of the main Nazis who played a pivotal role in the Holocaust. By Albert Speer. However, work was halted in 1940 on Hermann Göring's orders, along with other projects not deemed military necessary. After the war, the Allies tried to demolish the incomplete structure with explosives without success. Then, in 1950, city authorities decided to use it as a site for the disposal of rubble that was being removed during reconstruction of the war-torn city. Over the following 22 years, an incredible 26 million tons of debris were deposited on top of the unfinished Nazi college. This created a mound that eventually grew to a height of around 80 metres and was named translates into English as Devil's Mountain. The aim was for the area to be used as a recreational space, and thousands of trees were planted in and around the hill. Much of the debris were moved by women known as rubble women, mainly using not heavy machinery but sledgehammers, pickles and buckets. It wasn't just in Berlin, but also in other cities across Germany, damaged by aerial bombing and ground warfare. In the years immediately after the end of the conflict, many German men were dead or prisoners of war, as so much of the monumental task fell to women. Working in all weathers and paying an hourly rate, as well as being given food, ration cards, and estimated 60,000 women removed Berlin's rubble, much of which was then taken in truckloads to this land. In 1963, though, plans for a recreational park was abandoned when the US National Security Agency started to build a major listening station on the hill, Field Station, Berlin, part of the global intelligence gathering network. This was deemed the best vantage point from which US intelligence could listen into the military communications of the Soviet Union, East Germany, and other Warsaw Pact nations. East Germany, since 1945, Berlin has delivered between four allied has been divided between four allied occupying forces within the British sector of West Berlin. The listening station began full operation in 1972. At its peak, up to 2,000 employees worked on gathering intelligence 24 hours a day. Most were American, but around a quarter were British. The work continued here until the fall of the Berlin Wall in 1989, after which the listening station was closed and its equipment removed. Today, the station buildings and antiquity regains productive enclosures of dialect. Wild boar root through the surrounding forest, and graffiti artists have taken over the space, spraying the structures with slogans such as "Sound of Freedom" and "Freedom is the only way." Street art covers almost every surface. You can climb to the top of the hill and walk inside the randoms of simply sit in a deck chair and take in the view. The artificial hill built on the ruins of World War has seen a city divided and united. Allied powers have long departed, and scattering has now changed dramatically completely. The US may still be a superpower, but it is now challenged by China and India rather than Russia. It is not soldiers nor intelligence officers, but artists who occupy the space, writing the latest chapters in its history. So there you have it, everyone. That concludes this week's edition of A Slice of History with the Butterfly Princess. Join me next week. For the next instalment of the A Slice of History with the Butterfly Princess. Until then, bye for now.